Silence is a virtue often taken for granted, overlooked and misunderstood. Yet, it carries a profound strength that has the power to shift history, mend relationships, and bring order to chaos. In our noisy, ever-connected world, where every moment seems flooded with distractions and constant chatter, the ancient teachings of Stoicism offer us a compelling alternative. The Stoics, like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius, viewed silence not merely as the absence of noise, but as a disciplined tool, a means to calm the mind, clarify our intentions, and respond wisely in stressful situations. Today, we'll delve deeper into how the art of silence can transform your life, guiding you to make more thoughtful decisions, nurture better relationships, and uphold your inner peace amid everyday turmoil. If you appreciate our insights and want to support this journey of wisdom, simply subscribing to our channel means a lot. And remember, don't skip any part of this exploration. Each insight could hold the key to a more serene and strategic way of living. So, make yourself comfortable and let's embark on this journey of understanding the immense power of silence through the lens of Stoic philosophy. Let's get into it. 1. Facing criticism with grace. We've all faced harsh criticism that feels like a blow to our self-esteem, threatening our peace of mind. Yet Stoicism, with its ageless wisdom, gives us a powerful framework to tackle these moments. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that our strength lies not in controlling external events or opinions, but in mastering our reactions. Consider receiving scathing feedback at work. The impulse might be to react defensively or let frustration dictate our actions. But what if we embraced a moment of silence? By pausing, we allow ourselves to reflect, using criticism as a chance for growth. Marcus Aurelius wisely observed, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote is a reminder that our true power is internal. Responding with silence in the face of unfair criticism isn't an act of passivity. It's a deliberate choice to direct our energy wisely. It gives us the grace to sift through feedback, discard what is unhelpful, and embrace what can foster our improvement. Calm, composed responses not only protect our self-respect, but also demonstrate emotional resilience. Imagine a scenario where you're criticized not just once, but repeatedly, perhaps by someone who seems determined to bring you down. Instead of letting their words impact you, silence gives you the space to decide how to move forward strategically. This not only refines your skills, but also builds an aura of quiet strength. Criticism, when approached through the Stoic lens, becomes an opportunity for self-reflection. For instance, picture the great Roman emperor and philosopher Marcus Aurelius dealing with countless criticisms during his rule. He chose to act wisely, demonstrating the principles of patience and inner strength. He knew that it was more important to respond thoughtfully than to engage in fruitless disputes. In our own lives, silence acts as a sanctuary, a space where we can contemplate, observe, and then respond with intentionality. It turns a potentially painful experience into a stepping stone for growth. The next time you find yourself under a storm of criticism, let silence be your refuge. 2. Handling boastful people. Dealing with boastful individuals can be tiring, especially when conversations become a stage for exaggerated success stories. Here, Stoic wisdom offers a way forward. Epictetus emphasized that real contentment isn't defined by outward achievements, but by the peace within. Imagine being at a social event where someone is incessantly bragging about their accomplishments. Instead of competing in this verbal show, Stoicism suggests embracing silence. This isn't an act of surrender, but of protecting your inner tranquility. By not participating in the noise, you preserve your energy and remain anchored to your values. Think about it. Silence in such situations not only reflects self-assurance, but also signals to others that you're grounded in what truly matters. Perhaps you're in a professional setting where colleagues are trying to outshine one another. It's easy to get caught in the web of comparisons, but Stoicism teaches that external recognition doesn't equate to inner worth. By staying silent, you communicate that your self-esteem isn't tied to social validation. Over time, this practice builds a reputation of quiet confidence. It's a statement that you value depth over show and substance over superficiality. This approach also influences how others perceive you. When you refuse to engage in boastful exchanges, people see you as someone who is self-assured and unshakable. By embracing this silent strength, you teach others, perhaps unintentionally, the power of humility and grace. Remember, the art of silence in boastful situations is a commitment to your values. It keeps you focused on your own path rather than being distracted by the noise around you. The next time you face a torrent of boastful chatter, let your silence underscore your security and adherence to the Stoic way. 3. Managing anger. The Stoic way. Anger can be a consuming force, erupting unexpectedly and leading us to actions we often regret. The Stoics, known for their mastery of emotional control, offer us a different path. Epictetus once remarked, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." These words are a guiding light, especially when anger threatens to overwhelm us. Picture a scenario at work. After hours of dedicated effort, your project is met with unfair criticism. The urge to lash out may be strong, but what if you chose instead to remain silent? This deliberate pause allows you to separate useful feedback from negative noise and respond thoughtfully. Think of how many times a heated reaction has only escalated a situation. By choosing silence, you create a buffer, a space where you can breathe, process, and then act with wisdom. It's not about suppressing your feelings, but about giving them the respect they deserve. Anger, when unchecked, has the power to destroy relationships and damage your reputation. But when approached with a Stoic mindset, it can be transformed into a constructive force. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the futility of anger, emphasizing the importance of maintaining one's composure. The practice of silent reflection turns anger from a destructive emotion into a source of insight. Consider how silence can change the dynamics in your personal relationships. Suppose a loved one says something hurtful in a moment of frustration. Responding with silence doesn't mean accepting the hurt. It means taking a step back to consider a more compassionate response. This pause often diffuses tension and opens the door for meaningful dialogue. Silence, in this sense, becomes a means of preserving peace, both within yourself and in your relationships. By choosing to navigate anger with Stoic calm, you embody strength and wisdom. 4. Facing rumors and gossip. Rumors, especially those rooted in falsehoods, can test our character like nothing else. They swirl around, unsettling our peace and tempting us to react. Yet Marcus Aurelius provided a timeless remedy. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. What if, instead of trying to quash every rumor, you simply lived in a way that made them irrelevant? Imagine hearing a rumor that questions your character. The instinct might be to defend yourself loudly, to set the record straight. But Stoicism offers a wiser approach, silence paired with integrity. This doesn't mean you resign to the damage of falsehoods. Instead, you rise above them by focusing on what truly matters, your character and your actions. Over time, as people observe your consistent behavior, the truth naturally comes to light. Living with integrity is the most powerful rebuttal to gossip. By choosing silence, you demonstrate a deep-rooted confidence that cannot be shaken by mere words. This is not passivity, but a strategic act of self-respect and strength. Reflect on how this approach can reshape your experiences with gossip. Rather than fueling rumors with reactive energy, you let them dissipate. People often tire of stories that don't gain traction, and your steadfast character becomes a testament to the truth. Next time you're confronted with rumors, trust in the quiet power of your actions to speak louder than words. Stoic silence in the face of gossip becomes a shield, protecting your peace and reinforcing your inner strength. 5. Processing loss. Through silence. Loss is one of life's harshest realities, whether it be the passing of a loved one, the end of a cherished relationship, or the shattering of a dream. Stoicism, however, provides a framework that goes beyond mere consolation. It offers a way to process grief constructively. Seneca wrote extensively about loss, emphasizing our power over how we respond to life's inevitable hardships. When someone dear to us is gone, the natural response is to be consumed by grief. Yet, Stoic philosophy invites us to pause and appreciate the time shared. Instead of running from the silence that grief brings, Stoicism encourages us to embrace it. This silence becomes a sanctuary for reflection and healing, rather than a void to be feared. It's a space to understand the fragility and beauty of existence. Imagine sitting with your grief instead of filling every moment with distractions. The silence allows you to process your emotions deeply, to cry if needed, and to feel the loss in a way that honors your experience. Over time, this quiet reflection becomes a pathway to resilience. Stoicism doesn't advocate for suppressing emotions, but for observing them without becoming overwhelmed. By processing loss with silent reverence, we build emotional resilience. The pain doesn't disappear, but we emerge stronger and wiser, ready to honor our losses by living with deeper gratitude. This approach to grief teaches us that healing is not about avoiding pain, but about finding strength within it. Silence, in this case, isn't emptiness. It's a space for renewal and understanding. 6. Navigating ignorance. Gracefully, engaging with ignorance, whether it's misinformed opinions or bold, baseless claims, demands a level of patience that can be difficult to muster. Marcus Aurelius advised us to act in ways that foster harmony rather than division. When faced with uninformed views, the temptation is to correct immediately, to assert the truth. Yet Stoicism teaches a more strategic response. By first understanding the source of ignorance, we can decide the most constructive way to share our perspective. Consider the wisdom in waiting. Sometimes a thoughtful silence speaks louder than any correction. It shows that you're not easily provoked and that you value understanding over ego. This isn't about evading conflict, but about choosing battles that matter and addressing them with wisdom. If you do choose to speak, make sure your intent is to enlighten, not to dominate. By responding in this way, you not only protect your peace, but also open the door for meaningful exchanges. Silence becomes a tool of discernment, allowing you to weigh the impact of your words before you speak. Your choice to remain silent or speak from a place of wisdom can transform moments of ignorance into opportunities for collective growth. It shows that you prioritize substance over noise and understanding over mere correctness. The next time you encounter ignorance, remember that silence can be as powerful as speech, guiding you to a response that builds bridges rather than walls. 7. Responding to injustice with wisdom. Injustice evokes strong emotions, driving a desire to act immediately. Yet Stoic wisdom advocates for a response rooted in reflection. Epictetus emphasized that what disturbs us is not the event itself, but our perception of it. This doesn't mean accepting injustice passively. Instead, it means preparing to act in a way that truly addresses the wrong. Picture witnessing an injustice. The urge to react swiftly is understandable, but a brief moment of silence can make your response more effective. This pause lets you devise a strategy that seeks justice without exacerbating conflict. Marcus Aurelius valued inner tranquility, even in chaotic times. Preserving this inner calm empowers us to address wrongs from a place of strength. Stoicism thus transforms our initial reaction into thoughtful action, focused on lasting solutions. Advocacy rooted in Stoic wisdom is about creating systemic change rather than mere temporary fixes. It requires courage, but also patience. By focusing on the broader impact of your actions, you contribute to solutions that are meaningful and enduring. Whether it's speaking out against societal injustices or addressing wrongs in your personal life, Stoic principles guide you to act with integrity and foresight. Remember, silence before action isn't inaction. It's a preparation for meaningful and thoughtful change. 8. Facing boastful claims with poise. When surrounded by boastful claims, it's easy to feel the pressure to compete or match others' stories. But the Stoics remind us that real worth isn't found in external accolades. Marcus Aurelius and Seneca taught us to remain grounded in our inner values. When faced with boasting, respond with quiet self-assurance. This isn't about dismissing others, but about conserving your energy and staying true to what genuinely matters. Imagine yourself in a room full of people eager to display their achievements. The pressure to contribute might be overwhelming, but the wisdom of the Stoics lies in knowing that external validation is fleeting. By choosing silence, you communicate a sense of inner stability. It shows that you don't need to prove yourself through words. This silence isn't passive. It's an active display of your values and priorities. The calm confidence you project through silence can be more powerful than any verbal exchange. It shifts the energy of the conversation and often leads others to reflect on the emptiness of boastful claims. By choosing this path, you set a standard of humility and grace, reminding yourself and others that true success is measured by character, not accolades. Next time, let your silence and serenity make the statement that external measures can never define your worth. 9. Handling insults with dignity. Handling insults gracefully is one of Stoicism's most challenging lessons. The initial urge to retaliate or defend ourselves is strong, but when insults come our way, Stoicism offers an alternative. It teaches us to pause and choose our response carefully. Often, insults reveal more about the person delivering them than about us. By not engaging in the negativity, we maintain our dignity and show that our self-worth isn't defined by others' opinions. This pause isn't a sign of weakness. It's a testament to your strength, a moment where you decide that your peace matters more than someone else's attempt to disrupt it. Imagine being insulted in a public setting. The pressure to respond is intense, yet Stoic silence allows you to regain control. It turns the situation into an opportunity for growth. Even a measured silence can diffuse hostility and shift the situation's energy. This act of self-control reflects your commitment to Stoic principles and can even inspire others to adopt a more composed demeanor. Stoicism doesn't ask us to suppress our feelings, but to manage them wisely. By choosing to respond, or not respond, based on your values rather than your ego, you transform insults into lessons of self-mastery. The next time you face hurtful words, remember that your response is a reflection of your strength and character. You have the power to honor your peace, regardless of what others say. Conclusion: Stoicism isn't just about knowledge. It's a way of living purposefully and peacefully. Thank you for exploring this with us today. If you found value in this discussion, consider diving deeper into Stoic wisdom with one of our suggested videos. Remember, true strength lies in our chosen responses to life's challenges. By mastering the art of silence, you not only elevate your own life, but also become a source of strength and serenity for others.